Hello horror fans, and welcome once again to the HorrorAble. Tonight I'll be talking about Bruiser. Now Bruiser is a movie about a man who one day wakes up and finds that his face has been replaced by a white pale mask. Now that's the short synopsis that you read on Amazon or on anywhere that you are streaming it. Now, I own the movie, but I own the movie on VHS, but it doesn't have a cover. I found it on Amazon Prime, started watching it. Now, in my opinion, the movie is about a man who wakes up and realizes that to everybody around him, he's a nobody. His wife thinks less of him. His wife pretty much thinks nothing of him. His boss considers him more of a joke. And his best friend, well, what he thinks is his best friend, is pretty much betraying him or using him. Now, I'm gonna call spoiler alert. I'm pretty much gonna spoil just in case you haven't seen it, or maybe you have and forgotten about it. The movie starts with this guy named Henry, played by Jason Fleming, I believe. And right from the start, we see that he's very insecure. The movie starts out with him having this pretty much thought of killing himself, because you see him shoot or blow his brain. No, I think he puts it under his neck. The thing about it is that he shoots himself, but it's all just in his head. And then there's another scene where you see him talking to his best friend about some financial issues or something they both have invested, and he doesn't seem to be getting what he thinks he deserves. So you see him at that point get angry at a woman who pretty much just jumps in front of him to get on his train. He retaliates by pushing her down the train, and she gets her brain smashed. But then you find out it's just in his head. It's something that he wants to do. So all this frustration, all this anger is just accumulating inside him. And he pretty much snaps when he realizes that he has no face, that he doesn't have an identity. In order for him to get that identity, he has to go through all these people that have brought him down. Starting with his wife. And you see how his wife thinks so much less of him that there's a scene where he sees, and you kind of think that maybe that's what ticked him off, but it really doesn't, where she's pretty much whacking his boss, Milo. That doesn't really trigger it, even though she starts calling him names after they both drive home and starts pretty much putting him down. Then you see that he finds out that just did not only that happens, but he's also screwing his wife, and that they're gonna leave kind of like a weekend getaway. So that's like the first death you see, and that's when you find out that, okay, he's had it. I mean, he's always been put down, thought less of thought less of him. You know, everybody thinks, well, they all think that he's a loser, because even the person that he considered his best friend pretty much is stealing right from under his nose, and then he finds out. And all this just is anger that he has been accumulating, as you can see from all his thoughts of suicide, and just anger lashing at people that want to stomp on him. So when he does find out that he has no face, he has no identity, he wants that back, and the only way to do that is to get rid of the people that have trampled him down. Now, a theme I found in this movie, and I could be wrong, you can either agree or not agree with me, is he's been bullied all the time, or he's been bullied by people that he never really thought was gonna bully him. You know, because even his best friend, after he finds out that he's been stealing from him, he even tells him, you know, you weren't supposed to find out, you're an idiot. You know, that should have never happened. And then he dies. You know, there's not a lot of gruesome deaths or nothing, but I found it enjoyable. I liked it. Not a lot of fans liked it, but I did. And it's one of those Romero movies that does have its niche, its thing, the thing that he always wants to get across. And I think at the moment, at the time that it came out, at least this is my opinion, I think it was all about bullying and how you push a man so far, you know, that you're bound to get a retaliation. He's bound to defend himself somehow or other. You may not like the way he defends himself, but he's gonna. And I think that's the whole message behind Bruiser, which is you know, something to think about. Because I mean, nowadays bullying has become this big thing with, you know, with Columbine, and, you know, there's a couple of months ago there was this death here in the town where I live in, about a 15-year-old boy, you know. And so I think maybe at the time we didn't really think about it, or we didn't really get that message, but I got it. Maybe because I'm a loser myself, and I kind of thought, oh wait a minute, I don't know, you know. But then again, you know, as always, these are just my opinions. This is the things I thought about the movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I found it entertaining. It may not be one of Romero's best, but it's definitely a movie to watch if you haven't seen it. And if you have, give it a second thought. Give it a second shot. Look at it again. You know, maybe you won't get what I got, and if you do, cool. You know, this is one of the reasons why I do all these horrible reviews. You know, just to give my opinion on the movie. And this is my opinion on Bruiser. I liked it. I enjoyed it. You know, and as always, these are my opinions. If you haven't seen Bruiser, check it out. Now, if you've seen it, give it another shot. You may find something you like. On that note, hope you like what you see. Thanks for watching. And now, on to the next video.